morning and welcome to Microsouth 2016. We're here this morning getting ready for our first drive. A few of the members have showed up and we have a really great collection of cars here this morning. A lot of diversity, a lot of everything else. A lot of times you come to a micro car show, you only see a bunch of Izettas, but this morning we're blessed to have Fiats, Gogomobiles, Subarus, Microsouth, you name it. We got a little of everything this morning. It's perfect weather out and it looks like it's going to be a grand day. As you can see, we're lined up here. We're getting ready to go for our first morning drive, and we're going to drive about 20 miles out in the country to a restaurant and eat this morning. Like I said, we have everything from the usual BMW Izetta. We also have a nice Subaru van, really great car. On down through here, we're running into a Fiat 500, great little cars. Lane Museum is here with their Australian Gogomobile, and this is a unique car because this car is fiberglass. It's not metal, it's a fiberglass car, and it's right-hand drive, which makes this very unique in this country. Actually, it's only the second one that I've ever seen in this country because these came out of Australia. Bill Buckle, the guy that imported them there, made these later there. He imported the pans and then he shot the fiberglass. I don't know. Really nice, really nice. Yeah, I didn't know. Really cool color. Yeah. But anyway, they for a girl, absolutely. Great little Microsouth. What a wonderful little driver. You know, you have to love these things no matter what people do to them. They're still wonderful, great looking little cars. You can paint it some silly color. It's okay. It's a girl's car. Here is a more traditional, extremely nice Gogomobile, a really rare model. This model has the manual shift in the floor, whereas all the US version cars were the electric shift. This actually has the manual shift with the 400cc engine, which makes this car one of very few in the world. These basically were made for the market in France. But it's a really great example. She's done a really nice job having the thing painted and looking fantastic. And Bill Rogers' Izetta, I mean, what can you say? His dad bought it new. Bill's always rode around this car. In fact, come around here. Let me show you a little picture here that Bill's got with the car. Here he is when the car was new. Here's Bill. How cool is that? How cool is that? Still has the car. This also is one of Bill's cars. Really nice 600 example. Beautiful car. Just no paint chips. He's not driving this car now. No paint chips on this car, but it is a beautiful restored example. Beautiful car. Of course, everybody knows old Trusty. Drive it everywhere, been all the way across the country. We go everywhere with Trusty. We don't try to make Trusty look nice. Trusty is dependable. Great car. And we also have a couple more cars. Got another BMW Izetta. As with all micro car events, BMW Izettas, of course, there were more of them than anything else. So therefore, there are always more of them.
You know, anybody pulls over, you know. We'll make sure everybody makes it.
Also, we've got one King Midget. This is the U.S. micro car, King Midget. Great little cars. They were made up in Ohio. Very basic minimum transportation for the U.S. market, which didn't seem to catch on because we had big Cadillac to ride around in instead of a King Midget. But what a wonderful little car to get out and ride in now. We're getting ready to leave. We're going to make it on the road. Let's do our thing. That is cool. I like it. I like it.
Stereo system and all. Look at that.
they know. Got one more car. Let's go set him out in the street.
Yeah, but that big old long bridge. Yeah, River Valley, that's where I'm at.
You made it.
I made it!
That's a reverse, it does.
So great! Yeah, that's hilarious. Just laid down and died.
You're the luckiest man alive.
No, it's not luck. I have some amazing angels. I really do.
Well, you know, when you hear the pipes, the car just died, you know.
The car went, oh my God!
Okay, I want to welcome everybody from the microcar community back out to Danville. We've done a number of sites here. We do 4th of July almost every year, and I appreciate everybody coming over. Billy Paul did a great job at setting this up. I've had a microcar now for about 10 years. Of course, this year the brakes didn't work, so I'll have to work on that next week or so. But we have a great time. It looks like we have a great number of people coming out. We enjoy having them out to Danville, and we hope to have other events out here as well. Okay. Appreciate everyone coming.
Can you tell us a little bit about Danville? What's Danville all about?
Danville was, it was originally destined to be a guest house. And we built it, and it was a lot of serendipity went into it. Things just occurred. And by the time we finished it, started construction in 2008, finished it in the beginning of 2012. Some friends wanted to use it, and then we had a couple weddings here that first year. And it became pretty apparent that we're very well suited to do weddings. So now we do weddings almost every weekend from September through May. And we've just recently started renting it through Airbnb, and we have guests from all over the world coming and staying during the week, staying at either the Danville Inn or at the Man Cave, which is located at the hangar in the back of the property. But it was set up as a guest house. It had no intention of ever being a business. It just worked out that way.
Well, thank you for the info, and we'll be sure to let everybody know to check
Thank
this
you. Look
out
me
for
up.
their
My website is Danville BNB. It comes up in Google as a celebration destination, and we're on Airbnb as the Danville Hangar or the Man Cave at the hangar.
The tag bags like that on automatic. You notice that?
Going down the road.
You big
Yeah, I'm
stranger.
good. How are you?
I get a hug.
Yes. You doing okay?
I'm fine. How are you?
So for those of you who don't know Debbie, this is Debbie Shaw.
That's me.
Dan's at the doctor right now. He had a little something in his eye, but he's on his way back.
Mental
No,
doctor.
you woke me up.
No, eye doctor. So, and then welcome to Danville. This is part of their property, and this is a home that they have here on the property that they use for special events. And they're the only bed and breakfast in Geneva, right?
Yes, sir. So far.
So far. So I'll let Debbie take it from there and show you there's something kind of special about the front of the home.
Yeah, everybody come on over here and get under the tent.
They've got the coat and bright water for right now.
Are those from the other room? Well, I opened one for my family. They were like,
Oh, really?
bad. Very bad. But we had to have Coca-Cola. We couldn't have Pepsi. And that's the best light I can give you, sorry.
Oh, this is so neat.
Dan's bringing iced tea
College roommate.
and lemonade.
What time are they typically at?
Wow, that's cool.
Stay here. It's like, oh, okay, we live 15 minutes away. Okay.
Theater room.
Okay.
Y'all are welcome to come up. I'm going to turn some lights on so we can.
Okay, so we're talking about the Messerschmitt.
And your name is?
My name's Patty Schwarzy. I live in DeLeon Springs, which is a little piece up the road here. And we drove today all the way. No trailers for us today. That's exciting. This car has a 63 body, or excuse me, a 58 body with a 63 motor. This is its maiden voyage today. I got it in the fall of last year, had to have brushes and some electric work done to it, but it's running great and it's so much fun to drive, which is fun for me. I don't really know. I know that this was a car that was originally exported from the UK, or from Germany to the UK. Historian in the UK, the club, Messerschmitt Club historian, tells me that it was flown over. He has the flight number that it was brought to the UK on and is getting me that information. This particular body style is not an original body style. However, true aficionados will tell you that there were a couple of them produced this way. But most Messerschmitts have bubbles. There was a period of time when you couldn't get bubbles, or they were very expensive. So they did this modification to them so that they could keep running them. And it's fun, and you feel like Speed Racer, right? There you go. That's what I know. Have you got other questions?
You say that the car behind you there is yours also.
Right. That's a 1958 Go-Go Mobile.
Okay.
I think Larry was telling you about that earlier. Pretty unusual car. It has the larger size motor, the 400cc motor. It has a factory installed 4-speed and the smaller headlights, which were European. And generally they didn't put that configuration unless it was an export automobile. So it was exported from Germany, went to either France or Belgium. I think this is a Dutch or a Belgian car, excuse me, not Dutch, but a Belgian car. Just from the things I've been reading about it and the sales brochures that I've seen from Belgium. So I've just finished redoing that one also. It had very low mileage. Evidently it was thrown into a barn, broken, and left for a very long time. And so now it's also kind of making its maiden voyage out with its new paint and fancy lipstick. Running great.
Okay. So tell me, which one do you think is going to get the most miles put on it?
Oh, probably this one because it's not an original restoration. And I don't worry about those. When I get to this end that I have with the Go-Go Mobile, then I start worrying about, oh no, don't let anything happen to it. And this one's just fun to blast around in.
Hi, my name's Mike Priest. I've had this baby for probably 30 years.
Wow.
I got it from Buffalo, New York. And it is a small world because the guy I bought it from in Buffalo had bought it from his next door neighbor, and we got a warehouse down here in Winter Park, and the guy next door in the next warehouse actually had a couple of Ferraris in there. I got talking to him, and it was the guy that used to own this.
What year is this?
It's 1957.
And is it pretty much original?
Yeah, it's all original. Yeah, it's everything. It's a fully loaded version with the twin wipers. It's got twin visors. A lot of them only had one. It's got the ashtray. It's got a heater, a defroster, and
The loaded model.
yeah, it's still got the original spark plug in there.
Okay.
Never changed that.
And do you drive it much, or you?
No, I haven't driven it for 6 years, and I just got in it and drove it here.
Okay.
So
Okay. All right.
I wasn't sure whether I'd make it or not.
And you've owned this for 30 years.
Yeah, about that, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Right. And any issues that anybody new should know about it? Do you feel this is a good vehicle for somebody wanting to get into microcars? The iSetup?
Oh yeah, I bet it needs to stay original because nearly all of them have been restored now. There's very, very few original cars, and even in Germany, they pay tremendous money for original cars because there aren't any over there. They've all been restored 2 or 3 times. So if I do sell it, it'll probably go to Germany. But it would be selling my kids. So.
All right. Well, thank you for the information on your vehicle. It's a very pretty little car, and good luck with it. Hope you get to drive it a little bit more.
Yeah, I should, but I just enjoy looking at it, I think.
All right. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
We do a lot of weddings, but any type of event, family reunion.
And since I moved in the States in 1980.
He's from there.
Right, I mean, we said he's from Hawaii, but I mean, we,
Home there,
yeah.
I knew I'd find you there, Larry.
That's right.
And there's water in this.
They're getting their picture taken.
We're trying to see how many people we can get in the photo booth at one time. You want to join us? Come on. Okay, here we go. Where'd Jeff go?
And actually, I'm going to stand on this, and so I don't want to mess up your pad.
Okay.
I'm going to see if I can stand on it.
All right,
Yep,
how many
sure
of us?
can.
How many you want?
As many as we can fit.
Well, let's see where Mike
Okay,
go.
let's. My max
How high
is
can you take a
8.
picture?
Hold on.
You never had more than 8?
Oh, I thought we were going to get in there with our car.
Oh yeah, that would be fun.
I thought we were
Down
going to
a
take our
little
clothes
bit.
off.
Okay. Down a little bit more.
Get in here.
I didn't hear that.
Okay, well, that's
Oh, I know that.
They're going to get lubed up first. Yeah, we get musty when I came.
After this, we're going to find out how many will fit in my set.
Yeah, there you go.
We can sit in laps.
We'll sit in
We
laps,
can,
yeah.
we can even have people like this.
Right, we'll do laps. Okay. Come on in. Why are you guys so scared?
All right, go ahead. Go on in.
Oh, this is the big group shot?
Just cram in.
How many we got?
You gotta make sure that you can see it in
up there.
the camera.
Yeah, but if you stand
Oh, that'll be hard.
Kneel?
here,
No, it's zoomed out. Yeah, we can have people like this with their head just popped in like that.
Okay, see, we're. Okay.
Oh, they're trying to take a
yeah, you're
picture
gonna
also.
sit down.
All
If I
right.
kneel, that takes a lot more room.
Somebody can go over top of it.
They got long
We need a couple
legs.
more people. How many is
Okay,
there?
we need more people.
We need more people.
We gotta get 9 at least.
Sue, come on.
I've had 7, so we have to have at least 7.
Somebody go to that side.
All right. So we need a couple more people.
Actually, you know what? Tell you what, Don. No, I'm not getting fresh with you, but I'm gonna get like.
Oh, we have a short person. You can get in the middle of
Come
that.
in here.
Inhale, everybody.
Oh, this is good. Oh, Shay, we can't. Oh, there you are.
The one on, pick your head up a little bit more.
Look in the. There you go.
Oh,
You wanna be
You
in the
can
picture,
almost
don't you?
stand up.
Prove you're handsome with the turn on.
There we go. You gotta get him in.
All right. We
2,
need someone to
1.
be-
3, 2, 1. No, sorry.
Hold on, let me see. Who's in there?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
All right, Candy, get back in here. We're going to take 2 steps.
What?
Okay, so was that 3 Hail Marys and
What's that little fringe product look like? Let's see.
right? I mean, unfortunately, Mexico meant you being there by yourself. But, you know.
Are you driving?
yes?
Let me know when.
We're rolling. Go.
Hi, my name is Bruce Baker, and this is my 1959 BMW 600. We drove up today about 200 miles from Cape Coral, Florida to participate in Microsouth. So this car, we bought it about 20 years ago, and it took 5 years to restore it, and I did most of the work with the exception of the paint work on it. And so it's been back on the road since 2000. Yeah, we use it quite often, enjoy it. We moved to Florida about 3 years ago and discovered that we can't use it all year round because it's just too hot in the summertime. But outside of that, it brings lots of smiles to us and many other people on the road. So, hope you enjoy.
A question. Somebody that's just getting into microcars, maybe, what kind of advice would you give them? I mean, as far as maybe picking a vehicle to start out with, what do they need to keep these things running or restore them?
Yeah, I would say if you're thinking about going with a micro or mini car, maybe go with one of the more mainstream models, which would be not this sick BMW 600. It's kind of an oddball, but the BMW Isetta, Fiat 500. And I say that from the standpoint that parts are readily available. Pretty much anything you can ask for on the car, whether it be replacement sheet metal, all the trim items, engine parts, brakes, and stuff like that. When you get into some of these other models, they're a little bit more obscure, you can still get parts, but you're going to pay a little bit more, and they're harder to come by.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. As far as working on these things yourselves, simple, hard?
Yeah, fairly simple to work on. Most of the vehicles have either 1 or 2 cylinder engines, and so if you've got any sort of experience with engines, it's pretty simple. Maintenance and stuff, valve adjustments. The maintenance consists of valve adjustments on the 4-cycle engines, replacement of the spark plug, and changing the oil every once in a while. The BMW Isetta, the 600, they're 4-cycle. The Fiat's a 4-cycle, but then you get into like the Messerschmitts and the Subarus, they're 2 cycles, which are quite easy to work on as well.
All right. Well, we thank you for your time. You
Okay.
got a beautiful little car there.
All right.
And have fun at the event.
Super. Thank you.
Go for it.
Oh, hi. Hi, my name is Celia. I'm from Merritt Island, and today we have our 1974 2CV truckette with us and our 1968 Gogomobile T250, and these are both 2-cylinder cars. And this is a 250cc displacement, and this is a 602. It's kind of a fun thing for us because I put some artwork on the side of the door here. So each one of these sides represents the mods and the rockers. So the mods and rockers, if anybody has watched the movie Quadrophenia, that was a really turbulent time in English history where the people that rode the motorcycles, aka this side, were considered the rockers, and they were really the Triumph BSA guys and the leathers and all that really cool stuff that they wore. Whereas opposed to the other side of the car, we have a mural on there that's all scooters, and the scooter people were very much into style and fashion, and they wore a lot of Italian clothes. They would drive Lambrettas and Vespas, and that was their big thing. So in the late 60s, there was not a lot of good employment in England, and so they clashed. and there were a lot of fights and riots, and so that's where the movie Quadrophenia came about. So this is kind of my tribute to the mods and rockers on the 2CV truckette. So I really enjoy doing some artwork with the cars. I make little flamingos. Since we live in Florida, I have a set of flamingos that I have decorated to match each car that I drive. You know, so that's always kind of a fun thing. And this is a German car here. So we've got France here with the truckette. We've got Germany with the Gogomobile. And this represents hard times as well. This represents the hard times that people had in Germany and all throughout Europe after World War II, with a lack of resources and materials, and how to get the common man back on his feet, back to work, and productive. And so they made all of these microcars that you see here today are a product of World War II and a lack of materials, the scarcity of tooling. And so they were very ingenious, because all of these cars have some really ingenious features that just kept everybody going. It was how to do more with a lot less. And I like that. It's a very minimalist approach, and it was very successful. And it got Europe back on its feet. And then by, say, about 1960, 61, things started to turn around, and that's when you see the disappearance of the microcars.
Do you drive your vehicles?
Yes,
a lot?
I drive most of my vehicles on a daily basis. I have about a 12-hour commute where I work at the Cape Canaveral Air Force Station. And so just about every day I'm driving a different car to work, because these cars were meant to be driven, and they thrive on the drive. They really like that, and they keeps them all lubed up and the battery's charged, and you know, it's the best thing that you can do for a car is to drive it. And we live in a beautiful area. You'd be crazy in Florida to not drive your cars. There's no salt on the roads, and it's just a great place to drive.
Dependability. You say you're driving these daily. Which
well,
how are they as far as dependability? Or either one of these you feel better? Or,
I think the 2CV truckette is the quintessential reliable transport. They are known to just keep on going. The engines in these 2CV truckettes, the 602 air-cooled twin engine, is bulletproof. And you can really run them hard and long, and they're just like a sewing machine, just like those old Singer sewing machines where they just keep on going. They do. They're great. We have driven these things in Europe. We have driven them in this country like 600 miles at a clip. And so this is the more reliable of the two, actually. But this is actually pretty reliable too. But it just, you don't drive it as hard because it is a smaller car from an engine displacement standpoint.
Right, okay. Somebody new getting into microcars, or what kind of advice would you give them?
Well, my first advice for somebody that gets into microcars is to figure out, why are you getting into it? Are you getting into it as an investor, or are you getting into it because you love vehicles? And I would say only get into it if you love vehicles and you have a big checkbook, because these things are not cheap anymore. And it's very disappointing how they have skyrocketed in price, because people tend to hide them away now. They leave them in their garages and they don't drive them, which is what these cars were all meant to do. So if somebody new getting into it, yeah, have a big checkbook and make sure you want to drive the car, because that's the fun of all of this. You know, getting together with like-minded people, the camaraderie of when there is a problem, because face it, these cars are from the 50s and 60s. Some of them have all the original engines and carburetors, and things do happen when you get old. You know, we're all breaking down as we get older. And the cars are no different.
All right. Okay,
yeah.
Well, we thank you for your time today.
And thank you for coming out and maybe getting a little bit of the word out about microcars, because we enjoy popping around in them.
Okay, enjoy the event.
Thank you.
Travis Richardson, I'm from Kentucky. My car's a 1957 BMW Isetta. I've owned it now for about 5 years. I've done a complete off-frame restoration. I bought it without an engine in it, and had Bill Rogers build me an engine and a transmission. And we took the frame and had it powder coated, and just done a complete restoration on it.
Okay. How long did it take you to restore the vehicle?
It was about 2 years.
What advice would you give to somebody new getting into microcars?
Just get to know other people that is into the little cars and into the Isettas, so that you have good connections, because a lot of the stuff is hard to come by, and as long as you know people in the realm, then you can come up with the stuff you need.
Okay. Is this you drive this vehicle often?
All the time, all the time. This car sees a lot of road time on the back roads of Kentucky. I'm always driving it, and I'll jump in it and go 100 miles in a day.
Okay. Reliability?
Yeah, just like any other car, sometimes it'll leave you on the side of the road, but that's when you call somebody with a trailer to come pick you up. But yeah, it's laid down on me a few times, but it's always been something simple, and get it back in the shop and fix whatever the problem is.
Well, thank you.
It's a lot of fun.
Thank you for your time, and you got a beautiful car.
Thank you.
Ranch ones and all of that. This is different. Worst thing in the world's happening, everybody else is stopping, and they should go on. Right.
Oh shit.
Oh no, it's liftable.
That's what I started, so we'll have to lift it
Yeah,
up.
but is this well enough?
No.
Right
No.
here.
You have to lift inside the fender well right here,
Okay.
and underneath the bumper right here when you pick it up.
Okay. Oh, right here.
Yes,
Right
underneath.
there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's scoot it. Let's roll it on up there.
Let's take it out of here. Looks like it's in here.
I'll push. It's recording.
Oh, okay. Oh. All right. Celia Williams is now taking over in this dire emergency as cameraman, woman actually, and reporter.
You created a monster.
When we have a wonderful Isetta that has just taken such a horrible turn on this road, the State Road 46. We are in the swamp. We're surrounded by alligators, and we've got a dead Isetta.
No.
There's the cameraman. He has jumped into action to help in this time, in this crisis. And we've got an emergency rescue vehicle here, which has been so graciously supplied to us. And they're getting out the ramp, but there is one difficulty in the ramp situation where the back two tires of the Isetta are so close together that there's going to be trouble with that ramp setup. That's where the big muscle comes in. And they're doing it. And here the guys are. They know Larry has said where to lift the back end from. And they're going up. It's going up.
Okay.
There goes the Isetta.
Can we get the front?
They're going.
Okay, right there.
We're on.
Now let's take the ramp out.
Take the ramp out.
Pull the ramp to
Okay. They got the front wheels on. trying to remove the ramps so that the muscle men can come in
My back ain't what it used to
and do the job.
Just going forward a little bit.
Going forward, they've got it taken care of.
Underneath here and inside the
It seems pretty precarious.
Yeah.
Yep, they're going to do it. Oh, there it goes. The Izetta. She's been rescued. Thank you to the cameraman who so jumped in. That's the cameraman right there. He is. Jumped right out of camera mode, right into rescue mode. Today, guys, this is who are looking at Izetta heroes. These are the heroes of Izetta-dom. Anyway, now that I've had my 15 seconds of camera roll, I'm going to hand it back to the pro. There you go.
Somebody created a moment.
Not a very big restaurant, is it?
No, this little fish camp was.
Nothing like getting serenaded everywhere you go.
Bring it back to life. I'm trying to scare it back to life.
I got that on camera, you know.
Can you read its last rites?
How about that for a microcar?
Now we go to the favorite place of microcar enthusiasts, the restaurant.
Can we get that door?
One way.
Are there any others?
Hey, how are you?
Good.
Benzina? Benzina.
I think I'm out of benzina. That's the reason it's idling up. Ain't no gas. That's good rock.
You're not out of gas, are you? Sure. People ask me how many miles to the gallon. I guess well, every 6 months I have to drain a little out.
Larry, you know who's gonna wish they were here to see this?
Yeah, he always meant excellence in my book, but right now it might be that we're empty.
Well, it shows there's some in here.
Yeah.
That's what's getting me. But it ain't coming through. This is not a good sign.
Put a little fuel in there and open it up, and the fuel goes in the cylinder.
I told Dan, I told him you've been bragging to me on him for years, and I said, he said that usually means Dan wants something.
He knows it. I'd like to introduce you. This is Bill Nygren. Bill is he was the president of the Geneva Historical Society last. I believe he's not now, but he was. Active in the community. He was an engineer for Westinghouse, spent some time in China. He's a mechanical engineer, and he is not quite my most eccentric friend.
Almost. Thank you for letting us see this.
Thank you for letting us up.
First I got to find my yellow water glass.
All right. Yellow water glass.
Over here on the left, next to the doorway. And it's Friday afternoon. Why doesn't everybody just wander around and ask questions?
Okay.
And you can go up the stairs, which I built myself, and go out onto the walk-on shelf if you want to. I don't know why you'd want to. The loft is open. There's no.
Because you said we could.
There's no railing on the loft.
So, Bill, so I see you've got an awful lot of carriages and wagons. So what attracted you to collect and preserve that?
Well, I have cars and trucks and tractors, gas engines, steam engines, and buggies, and all kinds of tools, anvils, bicycles. Why wouldn't I collect them?
Okay, that's as good an answer as I would expect.
Yes. And these are all buggies, right? These aren't carriages. These are buggies.
Well, they're all included in the general term carriage, but what I'm collecting, or trying to collect, is the origins of the buggy. The American buggies came from several different directions, and nobody's ever bothered to study it or write down what came first and from where and what drove it. So I started trying to collect information. Nobody knew anything. It was easier to buy them and bring them home and study them.
And
it's frustrating because you buy what looks like a good refrigerator.
Like we just passed a lot of hands here, and everybody's done what they thought was right with it. So what kind of automobile is this? What year?
It's probably right after World War II.
That's a primer. Do you see the fuel one? Yeah.
This is a scoop base.
Pagan anvil. There we go.
Yeah.
I'm sure if you have any questions about this, you just go find Bill and he'll tell you all about it.
Okay. These are all like this made. They're all very hardy. There were other types of tables.
And the square hole.
I am. There's no price there. I had a guy ask me.
It's right here. This is the one you gotta
Push
like
it in.
make
There we
some
go. Okay.
Here's my dipstick. Lightsaber.
So what do you have to fill this up like every 3-4 months?
Yes. Yes.
It's always good to have the fuel tank right near the full electrical system.
And the battery.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the body that goes on that Overland.
I just finished this one.
Beautiful.
This is one of the rear doors. Big cutie.
Oh my.
Got a copy of the original door.
That's what goes on that chassis.
It's not signed, so I don't know who made it. It's from Ohio. It's all wood and raw iron.
Coming back with tractor power? Kind of don't fit the motor museum, does it?
Not quite, but it's, I mean, it's fascinating, but it's a different, kind of a different. 1795 Chase. It's a popcorn. It's a popcorn street vendor. Isn't it? Popcorn maker? Yeah, peanuts. Maybe peanuts.
It's all wood and raw iron and the original paint.
Original paint?
Where was this one made, you think?
Ohio.
Huh. Is that where a lot of the
For this one, probably not.
Way back there.
idea.
So we'll
Okay.
probably figure 7:30,
Okay.
something like
And just
that.
meet back out here?
Yeah, we'll just be hanging out back here. We'll be back.
Yeah, maybe get a little dip
Yeah.
in the pool. That'd be
Yeah.
nice. Yeah. All right, cool. Okay.
So we'll see you in a bit.
Okay.
Then. All right, we're here at day 2 of Microsouth 2016. Jack's Fifth Avenue is our host venue for the this part of the day. And gosh, I didn't count how many cars we've got here, but I'd say we're probably at least 20, if not a few more.
And they look great.
And
They look really good.
22.
Nice turnout.
Yeah. And I think we've got every color and shape in the spectrum. I heard somebody say this morning that they looked like jelly beans lined up.
Yes.
So we were lined up ready to leave the hotel.
We're ready for a gumball rally.
A gumball, yeah.
So I'm Billy Paul, and this is Sue, my wife. And I will let these 4 folks introduce themselves, but had it not been for the 6 of us, this event wouldn't be happening today, and really, if it wasn't for the 4 of them, this wouldn't be happening today. So I'll let them tell you the rest of that story.
Wow. Well, I think Billy has given us way too much credit.
Yeah,
He's the one that did a lot of the
Yeah.
organization, had created wonderful places for us to go to yesterday, and is really the impetus behind the whole thing. So thank you very much,
Thank you,
Billy.
Billy.
Too.
Thank you, Sue.
Really,
You deserve
really
a lot of credit too.
Yes.
So,
Our
yeah.
principal support was just to continue to provide enthusiasm for Billy.
To charge Billy.
Yeah, we'll do it. Go ahead and organize it. Yeah.
Ready, fire, aim.
Yeah, exactly.
Not to mention that he's just getting over the flu.
Yeah, so
which doesn't help.
Well, historically, this group has always gathered at some point during the year, and it's kind of fallen apart. And so Billy has a great reputation for putting these meets together. So we kind of chided him and said, please, 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 and we'll do anything we can. And then he kept saying, I've got it all under control. So I'm Patty Schwarzy, Don Hastings.
Don?
And we were the moral support, I think.
Yeah,
That's right.
I think the proof is in the turnout that we got today and the enthusiasm that you have witnessed as you've talked to other folks.
Yep.
And the fact that there was an appetite to have an event like this, because one of the things that I said when we talked about doing one was that first thing was I didn't have time because of my work schedule.
We all still work, by the way.
And that the only way that I would agree to do it would be that if I did it on a very, very simple level, and that's what I committed to, and that's what I stayed committed to. And so I have proven to myself that if we announce an event, that the people are coming more for they're coming for each other, and they're coming for the cars.
It may be we could be entertained with a paper bag.
Yeah,
I don't know.
we have a low threshold for needing to be entertained.
Yeah,
I've never heard the bagpipes called a paper bag.
Oh, there we go.
And I want to thank you guys all for inviting me to come and document this, because these events are always the best. These are the most
Thank
fun
you.
Yeah,
of any kind of event we do. So
Thank you
we
for
certainly
being here.
appreciate it. But let me add one more thing, because part of this, why it happens, okay, introduce myself. My wife's Celia. Big motivation in my life to participate. I'm Shay. But the big passion comes from, we've got these little cars, but they're meant to be driven. Billy loves to drive these cars. If he could find other enthusiasts that will do that, I'll put it together. Well, Patty and Don drive their micros everywhere. My wife drives one to work like every day just to keep them healthy. So, I mean, it all coalesced into something that can happen. And Billy just took the reins and said, all right, I'm going to lay
so
something
thank you,
out.
Billy.
Yay,
Thank you.
And thanks for inspiring us.
Let's keep inspired.
And now Jeff is saying he'll pick up the torch next year.
Awesome.
Yay, Jeff!
Yay, Jeff!
It's all yours.
So we're taking the Subaru bus to Nashville, man. We're bringing all the instruments. Yeah.
Hold it there, hold it.
I can see the shadow. Yeah, he's right at it. Okay, good enough. I'm watching the shadow. All right. Yeah. Now I'm gonna put mine here, that way Bill can have all his cars beside each other.
We want to see the technique.
Yeah, I know, even with a bad knee.
Couldn't find the reverse, eh?
No, I just didn't want to looking.
That's fine.
Is it?
Okay, now. Well, you can get that here. Right in here. Close you can get there. Close you can get there. Can't walk the driveway. Come on up. Come on up. Don't hit me. Come on up. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Have about 22.
My name's Alan Day. I'm from Gatlinburg, Tennessee, and I own a 1962 Model 3 King Midget. This one's been modified. It has a 23 horse motor in it now. Originally it had a 9.1 horsepower motor in it. It would run about 35 miles an hour. I drove it 10,000 miles that way and converted it a few years ago, and it now has a 23 horsepower motor in it. This car, very car, has been driven in all 48 states, Mexico and Canada. I have driven it over the Continental Divide in Montana, going to Sun Road. I've been over in Colorado, up over 12,000 feet in the national park there at Rocky Mountain. Car costs about $5,000 on eBay today. If you want one, you can buy a junker for $2,500 and start on your own and build it. Most all the parts are available at Ace Hardware or a hot rod shop. Very few unique parts, so it's easy to repair, restore, and keep driving. This one's gotten a little rough over the years, and I bought a new body for it. We have a fella in the club that makes bodies. Every piece is real simple to make, except for these grooves in the hood, and he owns the original press stamps that make those from the company, and so it's just a lot of fun. It'll run about 45, 50 miles an hour now with a 23 horse, but it only weighs 774 pounds. So you don't want to drive it on any freeways or anything like that. But as far as just a fun in the sun car, it's wonderful. Not very good in rain or snow, only has one-wheel drive, and but it has four-wheel brakes, so it stops a lot better than it goes. Real good club, very helpful websites and information in the club about King Midgets, so if you're interested, look us up online. You'll find out about the club, about our annual meetings. We'll have about 100 cars this year in Athens, Ohio in August.
And do you have a website?
Yes, kingmidget.com, and it's the International King Midget Car Club. But if you go to International King Midget Car Club or King Midget Car Club, you can get to the website.
And do you drive this vehicle often?
I drive this every day. I've driven it 23,000 miles in 10 years.
So it's a good, reliable vehicle.
So it's a very reliable vehicle for me. Like I say, it doesn't do real well in the rain because of the snap-in windows go in it. It does have a folding top, but it takes about 20 minutes to put the top up. So if it's a short shower, you just let it rain. But it's a fun car in the sun and the warm. It's not any good for in the cold. But it's driven all the time. I drive it to the grocery, hardware store, just around town, the post office, things like that, all the time.
So this seems like a pretty decent vehicle for somebody that just wants to, that's new and wants to get into microcars.
It would be a good car for a starter car. The 8-inch wheels are against it. You have to pay really close attention to the dips in the road and holes in the road. A dropped manhole cover that's dropped an inch doesn't do anything to a standard car but go bump. And this one you're liable to change lanes. So you have to be careful with the 8-inch wheels, and because of the wheels and the brakes being an integral part of the wheel instead of a separate brake drum, you can't really simply change wheel size. You have to redesign the whole thing to go up to a 10-inch wheel.
Well, thank you for the information.
Thank you.
Okay, my name is Stephen Riley. I live here in Florida. This is a 1991 Honda Beat. It's a mid-engine car. It's fuel injected. It's a VTEC, variable timing engine. It sits back here. The cars were not imported to the United States. They were a Japanese market car only. But over the years, you can find them in the UK, you can find them in Ireland, Australia, of course Japan is a big market for it. Here in the United States, there's probably a half dozen of them. The Lane Museum up in Nashville, Tennessee has one in its collection up there. It's a red car. Yellow was the predominant color the first couple years they came out. They only made them from about 1991 to 94. But it's a 660cc engine. It makes about 64, 65 horses. The car weighs 1675 or something like that, so it gets down the road quite nicely. It handles like a go-kart. But one of the nice things about this kind of updated mini car is that it's everything that you're used to in a conventional car. I have air conditioning, I have power windows, I have four-wheel disc brakes. The car handles like a new car. You have shoulder harness that comes on like you have in your normal car. So if you're just starting in mini cars, this is just like your normal car you see every day, like a Honda Civic or something like that. A little smaller. The seats are very tight. If you're a large person, you wouldn't want this car because it's uncomfortable then. But other than that, it's an excellent car to start out with. The parts availability is a little difficult. You can get a few here in the United States, but a lot of the parts that I've needed, bigger parts, I've had to go to Japan, and that can get cumbersome getting them here, and the cost is pretty high. But other than that, it's a very enjoyable car to drive, and you couldn't go wrong. And price-wise, it's probably about the same as if you bought an old Mini or an old micro car and fixed it up to the condition that this one's in. You'd probably have about the same money invested in it. So that's about all I can say for the car. Okay.
And you can import them from Japan?
You can start importing the 91s this year. They're 25 years old, so they can be imported this year. The older cars, the 92s, 3s, and 4s, of course, you'll have to wait an additional year for each model year you want to go. And I would suspect that a lot of the Honda enthusiasts will start bringing them into the United States because they are very fun to drive, and I've seen a lot of them modified, unbelievable modifications.
So availability and maybe even pricing may get a little bit better as the years go on.
It could be, yeah. And I've had this one in the United States for about 7 years now. So.
Yeah, I'm Sam Scribner, and
I've always liked small cars. I've had VWs before I had this, and I was actually raised in Panama, where the canal is. I was born there, and I had a couple of VWs that I either took down there or bought locally. And then I started, I'd seen these around, I'd seen them in Europe, had always really liked them. Started looking on eBay, I saw quite a few, and then I saw a shop in New Jersey that specialized in them, and flew up, I guess that was in 2012, I flew up to New Jersey to a place called Eurocar Imports. He'll get you any car you want, but he had 3 that were ready to go. The other 2 were left-hand drive. This one was right-hand drive, but I really liked the looks of it the most, so I said, well, let me try to drive this one. And when I drove it, it was no big deal, and I adapted to it easily, so I said, I want this one. And it belonged to his partner who had passed away a few years before. I just thought it was the best looking one in the best shape, and had him, deliver it to Orlando from New Jersey, and that was in 2012. It's been about 4 years. Just really like, I'm a minimalist. Less is more. I'm really not interested in big American cars. They don't do anything for me. I like European, and the weirder the better. And so now I just have this car. I don't have. I had a VW convertible in this car for a while, but it was too much. Because I like to maintain them just perfect. I can't have a project car sitting in my yard, and I only have a 1-car garage, so I kept this, and I enjoy it. I try to drive it every day. I'm not a mechanic at all, and so I just keep it neat, simonize it, wash it, and drive it. Usually just to the supermarket, but at least once a day I try to drive it.
As far as maintenance on the vehicle, you said you're not a mechanic, so who do you have maintain?
Well, I had a local mechanic, just a regular old mechanic that will change. I've had it 4 years, I've had nothing go wrong with it, major. The only thing I've had to do was my mechanic changes the oil and changes the spark plugs every 3,000 miles, because the man I bought it from said that when it's 2 cylinders only, you're supposed to change the spark plugs. It gets more wear and tear or something, so I get that changed every 3. He does that for me, and that's pretty much all I've done. But now, at a show last week, I met a mechanic down in Lauderdale, so I think I'm going to trail it down to him next week, because I want a few things checked out. It makes a grinding noise that the brakes do when they get overheated, and I don't know why. I guess I'm compulsive. I want everything just so. It drives fine. It doesn't seem like it needs any work on the engine, but I'd like to have him look at it. I've been told I need new shocks, so I want him to tell me, yes, you do, and just put everything right, because it's been 4 years that I've done nothing to it. And so that's he was the closest one. There's not too many around. I looked and looked. Unfortunately, last week at another show, in the one in Claremont, I met this man, and he said he has a reputation for, I guess, Citroëns in particular, and maybe other French cars.
What size motor is in this? Do you know?
This is the 602. The man I bought it from does some upgrading to these old vehicles to make them more, a little easier to drive. I guess maybe the suspension, he does something to that to kind of bring them up to date as much as he can, so they're not so rough riding, because I did drive like a mid-60s model before, and it was horrible. Every bump.
What year is this vehicle?
This is a 75, and it's a 602cc, which is the biggest engine that Citroën made. I think they started with 375 back in the first year of production was 1948. That was the year I was born, and they made them through about 1990. And the engines kept getting bigger. They went from 375 to 435, and then in the 70s, maybe, or late 60s, they came out with a 602 engine, and it'll do 65. I have taken it to Jacksonville and Tampa. I just get over in the right-hand lane. I'll do 55 or 60. A little noisy, but apparently, from what I've been told, you can't overheat the engine. You can, in fact, the man who sold it to me said, drive it hard. Don't shift until you get those RPMs way up. It'll run a lot better, and that's what the car likes. And I read somewhere that they took this engine, ran it for 1,000 hours at top speed, and nothing happened. So even though it's noisy and you think the thing's going to overheat, he said no, it's not. Just you could drive it to California if you wanted to, if you had the time.
Well, thank you for the information, and you've got a beautiful vehicle.
All right, thank you. Thanks.
Rolling.
I'm J.C. Osteen from Tallahassee, Florida. My wife Judy. We have with us a 1959 Bianca. It's made by Fiat, Pirelli, and Bianca. It's commonly known as a Fiat because it runs a Fiat chassis. And we're the second owner of the car. It's a good car. We drive it a lot. It's a lot of fun. A lot of originality with the car. It's supposed to be a preservation car, and we just like it. We like it. We enjoy this group, and we're having a great time.
As far as somebody may be thinking about getting into microcars, would this be a good car to start with?
If they can, this is a harder car to find one. Okay. Most people, when they enter the microcar world, they look at the Izettas. They're a little bit more available, a little bit less pricey, maybe even a Messerschmitt, and the go-go mobiles. The Fiats are good if the person can find one. They're a little bit more difficult, a little bit more expensive, but they're all good. They're all a lot of fun. And by the way, they're all crazy too. They match the owners.
That's what I'm finding out. Reliability of this vehicle, has it been pretty good for you?
Very reliable. It's a good tour car. And you don't have to mix the gas with the oil. Some of the other cars you do have to mix the gas with the oil. If you might have noticed coming in today, a lot of smoke coming out of exhaust, and that's because of the way the fuel lubrication system is. Right. These cars, you just go to a gas station and fill it up and drive it. It's like driving a conventional car. It has turn signals. It has lights. These are options on some other cars. It has a 4-speed transmission with a clutch and a brake. And just again, it's like a big car, except it's a lot smaller.
What size motor does this vehicle have?
It has approximately a 500cc engine. It's a 2-cylinder, 4-stroke engine, 4-speed forward, and it does have a reverse.
Okay. So it was the same as the Fiat 500 motor?
Essentially the same motor and the same drivetrain.
So thank you for the information today,
Sure.
and you have fun at the event.
Well, thank you.
Okay. Well, about my little car. Started life as I think in 1957, Berkeley. However, it was broken into so many little pieces, there wasn't much to start with. I took the fiberglass body and made an aluminum frame for it, and made independent suspension front and rear, and decided I wanted a more powerful engine than what we had. So I put a Kawasaki ZX6R Ninja engine in it at 117 horse. And the little car has plenty of power now. I've never had her top end because I'm scared of it. I've been 86 miles an hour in 4th gear, but I got 6 forward speeds, so she's a little faster than I need to be for this speed, or for this weight, I should say. But now the little car I made, bought one cowhide, made all the upholstery out of it, made everything, made the wire harness and all the stuff for it, designed most of the things. I used some Ford Ranger wheels on the car. I put 4-wheel disc brakes on the car. Don't know what else to say about her, except she's pretty much modern. It looks like an original Berkeley, but there's not much original left of her.
You're in for a big surprise.
What size motor was that you put in?
It's 599 cc's. It's a 600 ZX6R is what Kawasaki calls it. You'll see that in the Ninja motorcycle. It's got plenty of power.
All right, well, thank you for the information.
Sure thing.
Have a great day at the event.
Well, thank you.
Okay, I'm Julie, and this is a 1959 Metropolitan Nash Metropolitan, a car that I wanted for 20 years. I wanted a convertible, but found this hardtop, and it was just a good price and really in good condition for the year, and being kind of original and not all redone and everything. So it's a fun car, gets good gas mileage, and it's just fun to take out on the weekends.
Do you know what size motor this has in it?
Rusty about all that. Size of motor. It's a V4. It's a V4, It's a 4-cylinder,
Prior to the
yeah.
time. The new generation was made as
Of course, if
a
I
US
knew I was going to be interviewed, I would have brushed up on all the facts.
Did you, do you drive the car a lot? I mean, is it a daily driver for you?
No,
or-
actually, probably once or twice a month.
61 horsepower, I think the new ones
And how long have you had the vehicle?
About 2 years. Uh-huh.
And it is,
Very good.
I think, a little better
And
mileage than the newer
any other vehicles as far
It is
as
totally
micro
gas.
cars, small cars, or is this the only one?
This is it.
This is
Yeah,
it.
I have a 99 Firebird, but I don't think that fits in this category. It's a lot faster, takes a lot more gas.
Okay.
But it's just a fun car. I love it. I always wanted one. It's my dream car. It wouldn't be everyone's dream car, but it's my dream car.
Right.
And of
Okay.
course, Pee Wee. You got that right?
Yes.
He's my hero. He should be elected for president.
and it's amazing. Prius has better mileage.
Well, enjoy the event
it's a
and thank you for your
it's a
time.
Thank you.